Hello and welcome to I Am Geek, and this is episode 87.
Wow.
Woo! The second episode of 2019. And Chris has escaped from the law. He probably didn't even listen to last week's episode. He's escaped from the law. He's back.
No,
Still missing his thumb. How's that working out for you, missing the thumb and your animating skills? We wondered if it would affect your animating skills since the private investigator cut off your thumb to prove that he caught you.
no. I mean, the animating skills are fine. It's just my movie critiquing skills are kind of off because I can't give 2 thumbs up anymore. One thumb up. So my whole system is having to change on how I rate movies now.
Oh.
2 nubs.
So the highest is 1 thumb up. I'm considering like 1 thumb and 2 big toes.
Yeah,
maybe,
you got your big toes. I mean, I have your thumb here. I keep it on ice, so if you want it back.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's just FedEx it if you can.
Maybe. I mean,
FedEx the fresh maker.
Yeah, I can try if I get around to it. I don't know how long it can be apart from your hand, but.
I mean, as long as there's like a bone, I think it's okay. I can put some silly putty or something around it.
What's that stuff that you can put on like a mug and you can put the handle back on there with that stuff, it'll hold anything together, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like clay. Yeah. That'll work.
If you didn't listen to last week's episode, I'm sure you're confused. So go back and listen to it because you should. Because Katrin and I had fun.
We prepared a lot for that one, so
I'm not confused at all. I totally know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, because you're the one that got your thumb cut off, so you should know about it because it actually happened to you.
Exactly.
Anyways,
I mean that could be one interpretation of what happened to me, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we're glad you're alive.
Yeah, what really happened is I got a hernia and then bronchitis on top of a hernia.
That's a lie.
And and the bronchitis is pretty much gone away, but the hernia is still there. I gotta get that taken care of. I want to start the year over, please.
Okay, we can do that because we can choose your own adventure type thing. That's a big thing now, so. Go back. Start over.
Go back. Choose path.
Yeah.
All right. I will not pick up my nephew Dollywood.
Hey, no one told you to do that. We got to do a Dollywood episode here soon. We can, talk all about it. We don't have time today though, because there's so much going on. I don't even know if we'll get to Bandersnatch. We may get to Bandersnatch today. I know everybody's patiently waiting on the edge of their seat.
They said they were going to talk about it.
They're waiting to watch it to see how we did it.
They're ready. They're ready for us. But something came out this week that we need to talk about. Oh, I'm yawning. Sorry. That we need to talk about first. We've got to talk about this because I know everybody's waiting, and it's the return of the Flash. No, not the return of the Flash. We can talk about that later too.
I watched that.
I watched it, thinking that you guys were going to watch it, so I thought, well, I better watch it too. Anyways, no, it was the release, the debut of the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer.
Oh. Yeah, and not just one trailer.
It's like, what? Oh.
Yeah.
But 2 trailers. Yeah, they did a one for us and one for everybody else, I guess.
Yeah, everybody else in the world. The international trailer. But it's really everybody sees both trailers everywhere, so I don't know why they.
Sure, it's the internet, right?
Yeah, I don't know why they. Which I thought was funny. They changed a word in the international trailer. I don't know if everybody caught that, but they changed it to loser for everybody else. It wasn't loser for us here in the States, but it was loser for everybody else.
Because everybody's a snowflake in America.
No, we had the worst. We had the other.
Oh, we had loser.
No. They had loser. We had a male. Well.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah. So they're the snowflakes. Okay.
Yeah. I guess. Wow, we just lost the rest of our listeners. Anyway. Oh, Katrin. Always causing trouble.
Always causing trouble. I'm the.
That's our Katrin.
I'm the controversial one here.
Well, you are. I mean, we have somebody thanking you on Facebook on their Disney trip, saying, "Hey, thanks for giving me the idea to get a birthday button, even though it's not my birthday, so I can get all this free stuff."
Hey, so shout out to Andy. Thanks for listening.
Yes, Andy, thanks for listening.
Yeah, it's not a lie. He has a birthday at some point. Is he going to be there on his birthday? I doubt it. So he can celebrate his birthday when he dadgum well wants to celebrate his birthday at Disney World.
And that's why there's no free chocolates at Dear Dolly anymore. Because of people like you.
Oh, they made their own monster, and they can.
They made their own monster.
They can deal with it. We pay them enough. You've said that before as well.
Yes, I know. If I did live in Orlando, though, I would go to Target, buy some chocolate, Dear Dolly squares, and then go stand outside the door and just with a basket and just hand them out to people. See how long it took them to
the nice woven basket like they have.
Yeah. Like, oh, would you like a free sample? Oh, I didn't think you guys were doing this anymore. Oh, they're not.
But I am.
But I am. That'd make for a fun video. Maybe I'll do that. I may be down there in March. So
there you go. I'm still trying to get down there for work, but I don't. It's becoming less and less of a likelihood because we have so many other trips that need to be taken. So I don't know. But somebody's got to go.
I'll go.
So I need to go.
Oh,
take the bullet.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Far
From Home, or Spider-Man European Vacation, or whatever you want to call
Euro
it.
Trip. Spider-Man Euro Trip.
Somebody posted
Peter
my favorite
doesn't-
scene from the trailer, and they posted a picture of Chevy Chase's National Lampoon's European Vacation of the family sitting at a table in Europe somewhere. It's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
I was excited for it. Part of me, even though, I mean, we all know, but part of me wishes that they hadn't released a trailer until after Avengers Endgame.
I mean, he's gonna
I mean, they could have released like a teaser without showing all that they did.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe.
sort of
I
like
mean,
what they did with Episode 3 of Star Wars, where it was just you hear the Darth Vader breathing, and then you see like the face, just something simple, something with Mysterio or something, you know.
Yeah, there was a convention recently or something where they already had shown the trailer, and so that it already kind of leaked out what was going to be in it.
Well, it was funny. Somebody posted on Twitter asking Tom Holland, "Hey, can we get that new Spider-Man trailer now?" And he goes, "Let me check with Sony." And then the next day it came out.
Nice.
It was pretty funny. So part of me wishes that they hadn't done anything, because now it's sort of like, I mean, of course he was going to come back, but now it's just sort of like, well, he's going to come back.
So that was my question. So that's where this is in the timeline, is after
I guess
Infinity. See, I thought it was before, because like you would think, at least in the real world, an event like that, like if that happened to you, that you died and came back to life, you would be like a different kind of person, right? If after
we don't know what's
that's true. That's true.
Happen with all the
I mean, it
and
could.
everything.
Yeah,
they could have done something where nobody remembers anything.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I've kind of thought that too, because of the way that the logo comes back together on the Avengers movie trailer. It's like it all comes back together, so it could be it's just all rewound and nobody knows, you know. Yeah, that's true.
There's a time travel element, so maybe it just never happened at all. There could be all kinds of stuff that they can write it off.
But you know who was missing from the trailer?
You?
No, well, no, I'm in the background. You can see me waving like hello.
Oh, okay.
No, somebody that's been a part of Spider-Man's life since Civil War.
Tony Stark.
Yeah, Tony Stark was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, Happy was there on the giant check that he brings. It has Pepper Potts' name on it, so she signed the check. Tony didn't sign it; she signed it. So yeah, there's speculation that he could have perished, or they could be leading you to think that.
Right.
There's they could have digitally taken his name off the check. I mean, they made a whole scene in the trailer for Infinity War of everybody running in Wakanda, including like the Hulk and everything, and that wasn't in the movie at all. So I mean, you can't necessarily trust.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying it's still interesting. Yeah. He was missing.
He did.
Somebody else sort of takes on that role in this film, supposedly.
But maybe this is in a pocket dimension within the Soul Stone, and everybody's just living their lives thinking everything's okay. So they're just inside the Soul Stone. Because you don't see anybody that didn't disappear. Ooh.
Because
it's true.
Because Fury's there, and Fury didn't. I mean, Fury disappeared.
Yep, Maria Hill's there.
Yeah,
she disappeared.
Oh,
you don't know about Aunt May or Happy Hogan?
I saw an interview with what's her name that plays her.
Colby Smulders.
Yeah, it was on the Tonight Show, and it was before the Spider-Man trailer dropped. And he was being funny guy that he is. He's like, so tell me all about the New Adventures and tell me, are you in it? He's like, what's going on? And she's like, I can't say anything. I mean, I'm in the new Spider-Man movie. He's like, what? He's like, no. She's like, no, that's common knowledge. And he's like, no, it's what? No, it's not. He's like, no, everybody knows it. And he's like, they do? He's like, yeah. And he was like, and I didn't know that. And she was like, yeah, I'm in it. And I was like, oh, all right. That was before the trailer dropped.
That's funny.
This is pretty funny. And then, and it's funny because you mentioned the pocket dimension thing because she was on James Corbin.
Yeah.
With the guy that plays Winter Soldier.
Oh, Sebastian Stan.
Yeah. And so he starts asking them about it, and then he gave his theory. And they're like, "Oh, what's your theory?" And he's like, "It's actually reversed. Everybody that disappeared is actually still all alive together, and it's the other ones that didn't disappear that actually died, or that they're in this other dimension thing."
Mm-hmm.
So like they could all just be living in this pocket dimension, going about their business.
Could be. There you go.
I think, but more likely because movie studios are the way they are.
Yeah.
Everything gets resolved in Endgame, and this just picks up after it. Because this comes out when?
Yeah. It comes out after.
Yeah, like in
Avengers Endgame.
The summer sometime.
Yeah, Captain Marvel comes out, then Avengers, and then Spider-Man.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure everything just gets wrapped up with a little bow.
Mm-hmm.
And then Spider-Man takes place. That's why I'm sort of like, I wish they had waited to do this kind of trailer until after. But I know that's not enough time, I guess. But they like the new Star Wars movie comes out in December, and they haven't said anything about it. We don't even know the name for it.
We're still trying to figure out how to undo a bunch of stuff from the last one. So,
which is funny because there's a movie coming out in 2020 that I'm excited for. We'll get back to this. I'm jumping all over the place.
Oh.
But they announced a new Ghostbusters movie, and they already have a teaser trailer, a little teaser for the Ghostbusters movie that comes out in 2020.
Yeah, a teaser trailer that looks like it's in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Cool. So did y'all see that the director of it is the original director's son?
Yep.
So I don't know the names, so it's terrible.
Yeah, Ivan Reitman was the original director.
Yeah, so he was on set for the original movies as like a 6-year-old, right? And that's just crazy.
That's cool. I'm actually looking forward to this Ghostbusters movie. Unlike the last one.
Yeah.
I watched the last one. It was.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it too. Anyways, we'll get to that.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go back to Spider-Man. I'm jumping.
Spider-Man.
Did you notice the suitcase that Spider-Man or Peter Parker is packing?
Yes.
Who it belonged to? Yeah.
BFP.
Uncle Ben. It belongs to Uncle Ben.
Yeah, it belongs to Uncle Ben. There's one of those pitch meetings on YouTube. Mm-hmm. There's a guy that does like a pitch meeting. He's like both the story writer and the producer. He pitches it, and he does a pitch meeting for the Spider-Man trailer.
That's fast.
You just have to watch it. Yeah, I mean, he put it out super quick. You'll have to watch it to see the name he puts for BFP. I'm not going to say it. You'll just have to listen to it. It's not necessarily family friendly. It is bleeped, I believe. But just go listen to it.
It's for Ben. It's for Uncle Ben.
Yes, it's Uncle Ben.
Ryan could put a bleep in there, so just go ahead and say it.
No. I don't want to do that.
Ben.
Just text him. Just send him a text.
I'm just kidding. I have an imagination.
So in the international trailer, it starts with him going to the airport with Peter going to the airport, and the TSA opened his bag, and his Spider-Man suit is sitting there. So now we know that it gets taken with him. Aunt May puts it in
with a little note.
Yeah, with a little note. You about forgot this. And then there's a banana in there, so take it out. But the thing is, somebody mentioned this on YouTube in the comments. His web fluid was not in a TSA approved container. So
no, it was not.
Why didn't they take that out? What's up? Come on, Sony.
There was apparently a little bit more shown of that scene on like a Twitter thing or something, where she actually like picks up the suit and holds it up.
Oh, really?
Has a questioning face on her, and he's like, "Oh, sleep, pajamas, like I sleep in those."
Yeah, so I don't know. There's just already so many holes and flubs in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So like we mentioned, he gets there to their European trip. His school goes on a lot of trips. They go to Washington D.C.
And just the students that are in the math league or whatever they are really just go on these trips. But he's got a thing starting with MJ. Between the two of them, there's a little lovey-dovey.
Have they confirmed? They never really confirmed or denied who she actually is, right?
Yeah, they confirmed that she's Mary Jane.
Really?
That she's in. Yeah. They put it out there that she is Mary Jane.
When did they do that?
I don't know. I don't remember. I saw something on it.
I thought she was just somebody else with the initials.
No, it's
Michael Jordan.
I don't.
Her name's not Mary Jane, though, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
They called her something else in the first movie.
It was something, but they presented it in a weird way. I don't know. Kind of odd, but supposedly, she is Mary Jane.
Whatever. I'm not going to start in on that. I was all for it being somebody else.
Yeah, it was. They were trying to do like a twist thing. It didn't really work.
No, it didn't. That's the only part that really failed. Anyways, so they're on the trip.
Hold on, there's a Michelle Jones as a character.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Michelle Jones.
Well, they said MJ, or I thought in the trailer you said MJ.
MJ, at the end of the movie she said you can call me MJ, but her name wasn't Mary Jane. It was something else.
Okay, I thought I saw something where they confirmed her as Mary Jane.
Is the actor Zendaya?
Yep.
Yes.
So that's that's Michelle Jones.
All right, good. See, that's what I thought. I knew it wasn't Mary Jane. Like the name, I knew it was something different.
Weird.
I like her though. I mean, she did really good at the first one. I'm looking forward to seeing her in the second one. She was excellent in The Greatest Showman that I watched over Christmas. So I've seen the Disney show.
She's good in that. I remember watching that Disney show. I remember seeing that on like a plane ride or something.
Yeah. Anyways, so I like her. I just didn't want her to be Mary Jane. I wanted her to be somebody else.
Yeah.
And I want Mary Jane to come in down the road. You know, I don't think she needs to be,
in the
be
comics,
there right now.
In the comics, Aunt May's supposed to introduce Mary Jane to Peter Parker.
Somebody did the 10-year challenge thing with Aunt May, and they took the one from 10 years ago, the older lady, and then the new one, like, stop, 10 years have been good to Aunt May.
You're right.
Anyway, so Fury's there in Europe taking a vacation, I guess. I don't know. And basically tells Peter that he needs to be Spider-Man. And
just help.
We see a glimpse of I'm guessing it's Spider-Man in a black
suit. He has like a black stealth suit at some point in it. There's possibly some mobsters or something he's got to fight at one point.
Of course.
But the main antagonist what Marvel is saying are the Elementals, which are these like kind of low-level characters in the comics that no one really knows about. And they all represent like different elements. There's Hellfire, which is the fire guy that you see. Hydron, which is the water guy. Magnum, which is earth, mineral, and rocks, a big rock creature. And Zephyr, which is, you kind of see something with Zephyr on the London Bridge with the lightning and stuff. It's like the wind and lightning, supposedly.
Well, I don't think that they're the main bad guys. You can't trick me, Marvel.
No, I have probably a similar theory to you as well. Because of who else shows up in the trailer. Old Fishbowl Head himself.
That's what I started to say. Old Fishbowl Head himself.
Mysterio.
if you like Kevin Smith, he does a reaction video to it. Go watch it. It's for adults because he has language in there, but he watches it for the first time while he's filming it, and he's a big Mysterio fan, so he gets really excited about it.
I have to watch that.
Yeah.
Because in the
go ahead. In the comics,
Mysterio is a villain.
Yes,
he's a stunt man turned villain who uses trickery, like a VFX that he's picked up from his trade and everything, to make it look like he has powers and stuff. And usually uses everything to confuse Spider-Man and distract him and do other things. He's been a villain with Daredevil. In the Old Man Logan storyline, he tricked Logan into thinking that who's Wolverine tricked him into thinking that all the X-Men were villains, and he ended up killing all of them. It's a totally different storyline from the main storyline. But he's a villain that has some power to him, but it's all trickery and kind of stage type stuff.
Yeah.
In the comics.
Mysterious, would you say?
This, mysterious, yes. In this, it kind of looks like he's more of like a Doctor Strange.
Yeah, like a sorcerer.
Yeah, type thing.
Which leads me to
supposedly,
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No,
and supposedly in this, Nick Fury has recruited him to help Spider-Man deal with these elementals. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that part. Where'd you read that?
Yeah. That's what they said at that one convention. Like Marvel was saying that Fury has recruited him to help Spider-Man with these things. But if you want to present
my theory is that Mysterio, because of his trickery, is just creating all these elemental things to fight to make him look like the hero. And behind the scenes, he's actually causing all the mayhem and stuff. That it's not hey, this movie has 15 villains in it, Because I think they've learned their lesson on that. But for Spider-Man movies, anyway. I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong, but it would make more sense to me that he's created all of this to make himself look good while he does his villainy stuff in the background. But I could be wrong.
I've got a little bit of counter to that. That they haven't necessarily learned their lesson about too many villains.
I just meant in the Spider-Man movies, not the other movies, just Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, no, in Spider-Man, because I think this is actually Adrian Toomes, which is Michael Keaton's character from The Vulture. I think he's setting all this up to take down Spider-Man.
Wait, now
I don't think. And I don't think Nick Fury is actually Nick Fury. I think Nick Fury is the Chameleon. The Chameleon is a Spider-Man character who's a master of disguise, can disguise himself as anybody. There's a guy that supposedly is in the movie whose name is Dimitri, which that is Chameleon's name. And then so if Vulture brings on Chameleon and Mysterio to help kind of take down Spider-Man, that could mean these other elementals aren't really there. They're just effects being shown. Or it could be a possible setup for a Sinister Six, where you have the Chameleon, Vulture, Mysterio, Hydra Man, Molten Man, and Sandman.
Yeah. Who is? It's been so long since I watched Homecoming. Who is the after credits scene? There was somebody else in it, wasn't there?
There was the Scorpion.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that would throw off the Sinister Six. It could be more, but the elementals could just be totally fake things that Mysterio has set up to fight. So it may not be like Hydra Man and them.
Yeah.
But I think this is all a setup.
Well, Chris has ruined the whole movie for us. We don't have to watch it.
Great.
You don't have to watch it anymore. Sorry.
Oh well. Nick Fury's not even in the movie anymore. Thanks a lot, Chris.
I think he'll be in there. I think he'll show up. But I think who goes to recruit Spider-Man isn't Nick Fury. I think it's the Chameleon.
So he couldn't recognize that it was a chameleon with his spider sense, I guess?
No. He could not. Unless he was going to Peter.
Tim Tracker, who we've had on the show before, posted on Twitter. He said, "Why doesn't Spider-Man realize that Nick Fury's in the room when he shoots his friend? Like, why doesn't his spider sense go off?" And I responded that, well, he wasn't in any danger. So usually his spider sense only goes off when he senses danger, right?
Yeah, like he himself.
Yeah, he himself.
Yeah.
So that's why
typically
it didn't really go off. Or stuff just works different in Europe. You know, like the different power outlets.
Well,
stuff just works
like
different.
The time difference. I mean,
could be
everything. Yeah. Spider sense is on like New York time still.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, so Chris has already figured out the whole movie. You've heard it here first. Spoilers. I have to put spoilers now. Spoilers ahead on the title. And then people will listen and be like,
I
didn't know you guys meant you like spoiled the whole movie that hasn't come out yet.
No.
Chris knows because he's in the industry, so he knows these things.
I've got moles everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, gross.
Get those checked out.
Need to get that checked out.
Oh, they're fine. They form patterns.
Well, at one point they were talking about making a Sinister Six movie, right? But that didn't.
They were, and they still want to. I think. So,
is Venom ever going to tie into this universe?
Who knows? Oh, geez, who knows? I liked the Venom movie though, but
I did too. I liked it a lot. I liked it way more than I thought I was gonna like it.
Mm-hmm.
This has been like a couple years. This has been like the Spider-Man's time. We've had, the video game came out, and then of course there's Venom, so that sort of ties in.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had Into the Spider-Verse, which I haven't got to watch yet.
Oh, it's so good. You need to watch it.
I was listening to a podcast, and they mentioned that they watched it. I'm like, okay. And then they started going through all the details, and I'm like, nope, turning that off. Can't listen to that. Well, I'll tell the whole movie.
I'll tell you all the details.
No, you've already told. You've already ruined Far From Home for us. Anyway, so then we got he was in Infinity War, and he's Far From Home, and he's probably going to be in Endgame at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So Spider-Man's just everywhere.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. Everywhere.
Any other thoughts on the teaser trailer that you have there, Chris?
I've already explained the whole movie, so
pretty much, yeah. I'm gonna get like emails from Sony and Marvel. Please take down your episode 87. Striking that one ruined the movie for literally everyone.
Oh,
yay! But we didn't even mention his new suit that he'll have.
His nude suit.
His new.
Oh, what do you have to ruin about that?
Oh, nothing. It just looks cool. I mean, it's got the kind of dark black instead of the blue.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a European thing.
Yeah. They're more stylish over there.
Yeah, he got it at Fashion Week in
Milan. If I'm thinking of it, like maybe the stealth suit or whatever comes from the fake Nick Fury, but then the new suit comes from the real Nick Fury. So maybe that's the name.
What about his old suit?
May packed it.
Yeah,
his pajamas.
So he has 3 suits in this movie.
Yes.
Or maybe there's 3 Spider-Man in this movie. There's the European Spider-Man.
There is a British version of Spider-Man. That's the French.
Les choux.
Les choux.
Les choux.
And there goes all of our French listeners. Sorry. There's a British Spider-Man? Come on.
It's an alternate universe.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. It's hard to say. He shoots fish and chips instead of spider webs.
And crumpets.
He's very polite.
He's very polite, but his no.
Oh man. Anyways, man, we spent 33 minutes on a teaser trailer. Well, Chris did go through the whole movie. What's going to happen? So
yeah, I did. I gave away the whole thing.
Yeah. Can you give us the after credit scene? If you could just go ahead and tell us that too.
After credits, Green Goblin, Norman Osborn shows up.
There we go. Probably what will happen. Oh, who would you have play Green Goblin if you had to choose?
Oh,
Wouldn't use the same guy they used before.
Well, no, because they've changed everybody else.
Because he's in Aquaman.
Yeah, he is.
It's like,
I was like, oh wait, don't. Never mind. We're not going to talk about Aquaman yet because lazy Chris with the hernia hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah,
lazy.
There, for some reason, the 3 of us cannot see a movie like at the same time to talk about it. There's always one of us that hasn't seen it. So go see Aquaman because I don't want to ruin his part in the movie for you.
Yeah, I want to see Aquaman. I'm going to go with Steven Weber for Norman Osborn. Steven Weber, if you don't know, because you're like, who is that?
From Wings.
He was on the TV show. He was on the TV show Wings. Yeah. Okay. He actually voiced Norman Osborn in one of the cartoons.
There you go.
Who would I pick?
I think he could pull it off. I think he could do it.
Huh. Or they could just bring what's his name in that played Harry Osborn to play Norman. What's his name?
Frank.
From
Frank's.
Frankie Muniz.
No.
Frank.
He started in The Disaster Artist with his brother.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a movie he's been in.
Why did I forget his name? I like him. Everybody thinks he's weird.
Am I thinking of the wrong?
James Franco. James Franco.
Yeah. I was close. That's okay. I'm not.
Let's bring him in.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's a younger sort of. And then there's always Doc Ock. I mean,
yeah.
I know who
Michael
I pick.
Rosenbaum.
Oh, really? You know, that's not who I pick. I would pick. Why did I forget? Come on. Breaking Bad.
Yeah. It could be good.
Why did I forget his name?
Jeez.
We're really good at remembering names tonight.
Oh, come on. He's like, he's so good. And like everything he's in.
Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston.
Yeah. Bryan Cranston.
I would like him to see him as Doc Ock. That would be pretty cool. Don't you think?
He'd be good as Doc Ock. Oh, yeah. I was thinking Michael Rosenbaum as Norman Osborn. But,
oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Bryan Cranston was good as Doc Ock.
Yeah. I mean, he'd be good at anybody, though.
Yeah.
He's good. That movie, like, there's a movie coming out that he's in that it's not a movie that I would normally want to see, but I saw the trailer. I'm like, oh man, that looks good. He's in a wheelchair.
Oh yeah.
And it's got Kevin Hart in it, I think.
The Upside is that?
Yeah, actually, I was like, wow, that's a pretty good trailer. It's pretty good. Anyways,
or something. Is that right? The Upside? That doesn't.
Yeah, right. No, I think that's right.
Okay.
Because it was basically what's up,
Yeah.
Of your situation. Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah.
Think of the upside.
Yep.
Anyway, so that's the trailer. It's 37 minutes. I don't know if we have time to bandersnatch it up or not.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, we got.
So I have something. We've got the questions we can go.
Oh yeah, we got the questions, and I wanted to ask you a question, Katrin.
Yeah. So, have you all seen who's coming to Fan Expo in Dallas? It's at the beginning of May.
Zachary Levi,
David Harbour, and Jason Momoa.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy? That's like a really good. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Come on down.
It's the first week of May, so it's during the week, which that would be more difficult for me to do, but seems like it'd be fun. But,
guess who's coming to Comicpalooza?
I don't know yet. Have you seen anything?
Maybe maybe me. I don't know about you guys.
Might come down the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife still gives me the okay.
Hey.
To do it, but
I think she has ulterior motives. She's like, "There's something that I want to do that I want to get Katrin out of town, so I can just have it to myself."
No, it's
and do
more
what I
like
want to.
It's more like it's okay.
It's just gonna be like, take Charlie with you
if that's really what you want to do.
No. Well, we haven't got invited yet, so we'll see.
Oh, it's not too expensive though, really.
Oh no.
So we could always go. We just can't get in the special press pass line like we did it.
But they got some volunteers that work there, so
yeah. All right, so you had a question for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see that you're here, so therefore you escaped.
Yes.
How did it go? Last time you talked about you were going to the escape room the next day.
Yeah, so we went to the escape room. It went pretty well. So we had 16 people, and we ended up doing 3 different rooms. And I'd done 2 of the rooms, so I had to go in the room I hadn't gone into. And everybody had a good time. We did the one that was down the rabbit hole. Yes, that was what it's called, down the rabbit hole. So it's a Alice in Wonderland. Yes, drug. Yeah.
Take this
Alice in Wonderland theme, and it was really well themed. They had 4 different rooms you had to go through, and they were really small. Some of them were, and some of the puzzles were. It was like, how are we supposed to figure that out? But in fact, we got stuck on the first lock, and it was like I was embarrassed. I was like, oh my gosh! And the guy he got on the intercom. He's like, did you read the clue that's on the tree? And we're like, yeah. Okay. So it supposedly was obvious, but we missed it. But it was cool. It was pretty cool. And there was one part where we had to do a Simon type game. They had 4 lighted buttons, different colors, and they were on opposite sides of the room. So you had to work with somebody else, and that was very challenging. Because the guy that was playing with me doing that part, I don't think he understood the concept. So it took a few times. And so it would start on my side and I hit my 2, and then he would see his light up and he immediately hit them. And I was like, no, we have to do mine, then yours, then it starts over again. And we had this long thing. So we finally got through it, and like it took us 10 or 12 times. I don't know. And that last time I was like, we're not going to get this. It's because it was going so long. I was like, I'm not going to remember this because it's a stressful, but we did escape, I guess. We had tons of clues because it was hard. There was one part where we totally missed it. And she's like, it's just these dots. Like, oh, we were trying to make numbers out of these swirlies things on the wall. And so some of it was kind of weird. And so I hope maybe they recognize that wasn't quite as obvious as it should be, but it was really well themed, and I think that was one of their original ones that they've had. And again, everybody had fun. This is Bluff City Escape Rooms in Bartlett, Tennessee. So shout out
sponsor?
to them.
Is that sponsor?
They're not a sponsor.
Oh, not a sponsor. Okay,
but
the Fresh Maker.
Yeah. I asked the lady, I said, do you remember me? I've been here a couple times with my family. She's like, yeah, your son is always funny in the pictures. He is so funny. But she said, if you want to come back and do the room that you did if you want to do it with your family, I'll let you come in for half price. I was like, well, that's pretty cool. So
just use the code Bluff City Escape Rooms / I am geek.
And that'll get you so that discount was just for me.
Okay.
But it was cool. We had the whole building rented out to us, so we could kind of come and go and look at everything if we wanted to, and just hang out. So yeah, it was really fun.
Well, the next time the 3 of us are in the same town, we need to do an escape room together.
That's why I said maybe we can meet up in Dallas or something, because that wouldn't be too far of a drive for me and not too far for Chris at all.
No, I'm
not too far for Ron.
Basically, so.
Like 4 or 5 hours for me.
Yeah, because we could do the Void and do an escape room, and that's what I was trying to figure out when Fan Expo was, because like, man, if we could go to Fan Expo and do all this stuff, but being during the week, it's not gonna work. So,
all right, so we'll just go. So next weekend. Does that sound good?
Yes. That's what I was thinking.
No.
I'll be here.
I did. I read this or watched this video about like how to basically beat an escape room, and the biggest thing they say is don't overthink everything, because you get in there and you overthink everything, and it takes away tons of your time.
That's my problem in those.
Yeah, we had one clue that it said just breathe, and there was a mirror, there was a monocle that you got, and then we're like, okay, we got to breathe on this. So we're sitting there going, I'm gonna pass out because I can't get anything to show up on anything, and it was on the monocle, and And it just wasn't real clear. It was kind of weird. It looked like a smudge. So
those people are watching you and they're just laughing.
Like, oh, I know. I said breathing. That because it's like they have a intercom system in there, and you just have to press it once. It's not a walkie-talkie. You just press it, and so basically that's just to call them. They can hear the whole time. And I said, y'all are probably getting a kick out of us doing this, because there were a few things that it was terrible that we couldn't figure out. So, but it was still fun. I happened to be in a room with my boss and a few other people. So they all did better than I did. I think I was like, I'm the one I've done these things more than you guys have, and y'all are figuring it out better than I am. So. Well,
you were just letting them figure it out since this was their first time. You're letting them experience it. You're sitting back, taking it in.
Yeah, that was it.
You have to let your boss seem like he's smarter than you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's do these questions.
Let's do it.
All right.
So first off, Andy did say, not a question, but thanks, Chris Catron, for the button idea.
You're welcome.
Ha! I got a free premium bar, I guess ice cream bar, at Hollywood Studios, and 3 free cupcakes at different meals. Ha ha! Cheating the system. That's you've taught people to cheat the system.
It's not cheating the system. You can celebrate whatever you dadgum please to celebrate there.
Created a monster.
Speaking of Mickey bars, they're going to be selling them in grocery stores soon. Isn't that great?
Yes.
Do we know which grocery stores?
I don't. That's my favorite.
Wherever they are.
I know they are. I think Ralph's, but we don't have that.
Ralph's.
That's like a California. I think that's like a California grocery store.
Yeah.
What in the world?
But I don't know where else.
Ralph's is pretty good.
This is not around here.
Ralph's is based, I think, Kroger's. I think,
but it's not. Let me look. Go ahead.
Yeah, see if you can find out where the Mickey ice cream bar is going to be.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. But move on, please.
Anyway, so you've created a monster. I think it's going to go away. All the birthday stuff's going to go away because of Chris Catron.
No, it's not.
Because I know all the Disney uppity-ups listen to our podcast.
Come on.
Yeah. And they're going to have your picture on the wall, or they're going to be watching for you.
I listened to a few different Disney trip planning podcasts, and they all mention that. And read blogs, and they all mention it. So it wasn't my idea.
Did you see that Iger got roasted on Twitter?
With how much he's making, or
was it something before that? With that too. Before that, he was talking about their new property, like new rides and stuff, and how that people want them to be IPs and not generic Asian themed roller coasters. And people got like roasted him on Twitter saying, Everest is one of the coolest rides at Disney. Why are you bashing it? There's no reason to bash it and all this stuff. And then he responded with, "Oh, I didn't mean Everest. I was just saying, a random Asian roller coaster." Right. Yeah, and then he got. Then his pay raise came out 80.
Well, he got rid of his Twitter account right before that too.
Yeah. Because people, it was like people were going off on him.
Well, I can't find it. Just says grocery stores, but what I also read though is that it's a lower calorie version. So it uses skim milk, and it's only 220 calories as opposed to 330. And the entire box of Mickey bars, and they're smaller. It looks like is only $7 and something, and it costs how much for just one at the park too. But
when you get a Mickey ice cream bar, the last thing you're thinking about is,
man,
I wonder what kind of
make
calories.
Me round?
No, you just want to enjoy it. But if it doesn't taste like the ones in the park, people are going to go crazy.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really look
Twitter
like it. I don't know if you've seen pictures of it, but it doesn't really look like a Mickey bar.
The box. Yeah.
Like it doesn't look like it. It's not round.
Yeah,
it's like weird shaped. But hey, I will. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's the true original. It's made with light ice cream.
It's like the actual shape of a heart versus how people draw a heart.
It's that ice cream that like makes people have diarrhea, probably.
Diarrhea bar.
Anyways,
yeah.
Okay, so Andy, I hope you're having fun.
Yeah.
At Walt Disney World. Wish I was there with you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard the weather's nice. Our dad, well, not Katrin's dad.
He can be Katrin's dad.
Asked us a question. With the post of pictures 10 years apart on Facebook, which I did that and then I deleted it because now I'm all like, is there conspiracy? Is Facebook trying to figure out what our faces look like now?
Oh, they already know.
It's crazy.
Oh,
actually, I deleted mine because I was mad because my wife did it. And she got like all these posts saying, "Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, look at you." Blah 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 blah. And I posted it and 0 comments. I'm like, "Well,
no,
forget you guys. I'll just get rid of it." And I deleted it. You don't want to. If you don't want to comment on my picture, you comment on my wife's. I even put the kids in there. I always put the kids in like, "Oh, they're going to comment on how cute they are." No, nobody liked my 10-year picture thing. Anyways.
Poor guy.
Oh, not even family. There wasn't even family saying, "Oh man, look at you."
I didn't get any comments, but I got like 22 likes on mine.
I got some likes, but I mean, sometimes I like stuff on Facebook and don't even realize I like it, and then I have to go back and unlike it. Because they make it when you're scrolling down and your thumb hits it, and it's like, "Oh, you love this." I'm like, "No, I don't." Anyways, he says, "What geeky thing has surprised you over the last 10 years?"
10 years.
Oh gosh.
Probably just the
all of Marvel.
Yeah, just the whole Marvel cinematic universe. Kevin Smith was talking about like how how excited he is for Mysterio to be in this movie, and he said, kids today are probably like, well, yeah, of course they're going to put him in a movie. He's a Spider-Man villain, but like 10 years ago, that was unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To get like somebody like Mysterio in a movie with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things I thought of was like that Star Wars movies have not gotten better.
That's true.
Like you would think over 10 years, it's like we can't make a good Star Wars movie again. What's going on here? Yeah, which Rogue One is awesome, right?
Franchises though.
I know. Yeah, there's a lot of movies that they try to make sequels and they're never good, but it's still like in this day and age.
Yes, Rogue One was awesome. I liked Solo.
Yeah, I watched it this weekend.
Last Jedi though.
Yeah.
Anyways, we won't get into that. What else? Geeky things.
I thought of one thing that you all won't really care about, but just how much
somebody will.
Because I retweeted this. That you can buy a 1 terabyte memory card now.
Oh, it's like a chip.
So it's like what you put in the camera, right? Yeah. Or in your Mac if you got a little slot over there. It's a 1 terabyte. And it's expensive, $500 or whatever it is. But that is so much data. 10 years ago, I don't think we would have thought that would ever happen.
I would lose it.
That's what I'd be scared of is losing it.
I'd be like, well, it's gone.
I'll say this: you'll give me grief over it, but I got a car that'll drive me around now.
Yeah,
I mean,
here we go.
Well, I mean,
and it farts at you.
and it farts. You can make it fart. You can play like old Atari games on it. It's crazy.
I mean, how long has YouTube been big? I mean, it seems like in the last 5 years it's just blown up.
It started in 2000.
Yeah. Anyways,
early 2000s.
Just how much in the past 5 years it's just exploded with all these people. Like they make their living on YouTube now, and that wasn't I would have never thought that.
That may have been 98, 99.
Yeah, but yeah, still YouTube? It was just people posting.
No. YouTube was early 2000s. 2003 at the earliest. It wasn't in the 90s. You may be thinking of MySpace. I don't know. What year?
There you go.
Okay, maybe 2005. Okay,
Yeah.
2005
2005, yeah.
I'm thinking of like trailers online and stuff.
Right, that's true. But yeah, when it came out, it's almost 10 years ago, and you would never thought that's what it would actually become, is a place where people can become this internet famous, and one of something to tie back to Tesla. I've talked about this guy on the show before. He's What's Inside is the name of the show, and they have Teslas. They have 3 Teslas. They bought a Roadster that's like the older version. And it doesn't even have a computer screen. It's like it looks totally different. It's funny, but they are getting a free Roadster, the new one, because they've had their code that they've given out.
Yeah,
and had people use their code to buy their Tesla, so that they can get discounts. Yeah. But they've got enough of those. The referrals, they've gotten enough of those that they're going to get a free one. They almost got 2 of them. And then they've decided to cut that off. So
they've decided to discontinue that because a bunch of people are like getting free Roadsters, and some of them, 2 of them, like you have to have like 120 something referrals or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know how these people are getting that many referrals, but
I mean, this guy on this channel, What's Inside, they have millions of followers. So I mean, there's just people that watch, and they do a lot of stuff with Teslas. They're just showing them off and talking about them all the time. So it's people like, I need a Tesla, and they see their code, they post it on Twitter. It's like, here's my code, and because they get a discount if you use a referral code, right? You get a discount, I'm sure. So. I mean, I'm still not going to get one, but right now, I would like to. I'm not saying I wouldn't, but
I wrote. So Chris took me. We didn't talk about it. Chris took me on a drive.
Yeah,
and he let me drive it, which his wife was probably like, "What are you doing?"
Did you really drive it, or was it driving itself?
No,
he drove around the block.
I drove around the block. They let me drive it around the block, but it was funny. I was playing with the. He pulled up when I was in the passenger seat. He pulled up the radio or whatever. I don't know, on the big, huge TV screen in the middle of the day. And I started pressing different songs, and then suddenly I didn't have control over it anymore. And his wife was in the back seat on her phone, like took over control because she didn't want me touching her buttons, I guess.
Oh,
she's particular about her music.
Yeah, they made the car fart.
Good.
But it. I guess it just takes getting used to. It made me nauseous riding in it.
Well, we did end up on like a windy road
because it's not like it does like weird stop start things like as you're driving.
Anyway. Well, there's a regenerative braking. That,
it made me nauseous.
When you pull your foot off the gas, well, it's not gas because there's no gas. I keep saying gas because
the pedal. When you pull it off the pedal,
when you pull off the pedal,
the go pedal,
braking. It starts doing regenerative braking, and it takes that energy and puts it back into the battery.
Yeah, that made me want to puke.
So you're not necessarily braking.
It made me want to vomit.
I like it. I really like it.
I had to stick my head out the window in the wintertime, not throw up in the Tesla. Because I was like, oh, great, I'm going to puke in their Tesla. And then I'll be sued.
Jeez. Man, this escalated quickly.
I'll be buying a Tesla. Anyways, it's not that I didn't like it. That's why I say it would probably take me getting used to it.
Yeah.
That motion. Mm-hmm. But I drove around the block. This car.
There you go.
I accelerated it. I don't know.
Your wife liked it. She thought it was really fun.
Oh, really? That's what she told you? No, that's good.
That's what she told me.
She told me something different.
because we did it like accelerates super quick.
Yeah.
And so we got on the interstate and did that, and she's like, "Oh, do that again."
Oh, well, she liked it for a different reason, I think, that we can't discuss on this podcast, I guess.
Our mom did not like that. Our mom did not like the speeding up. She's like, oh no, your mother doesn't like that. like a ship taking off.
I liked your car. I'm just very sensitive into motion sickness area. So, when we get to our Dollywood episode, I've got a story to tell about that.
Did you ride the Lemon Twist?
No, we rode the Eagle crazy roller coaster.
Yeah.
And it did not agree with me.
So I'll say this, because I think I said this before, because we talked about Dollywood other times when my son and I went. But I love the teacups at Disney World, and they have the Lemon Twist at Dollywood, and the Lemon Twist makes me sick. Where just the Mad Tea Party at Disney World does not make me sick.
It's elevation.
Elevation.
It is.
Maybe.
I think
it's the inner ear.
Yeah.
Maybe it's powered by Tesla, so it's got that jerking motion. Sorry, I like the Tesla. It was fun.
Good.
Anyways, let's move on before I dig a deeper hole. Dave Adams, old Dave. He's been on the show before. We've been on his show before. He hit us with 3 questions that I don't know.
We won't go through this.
I told him I would. What is your favorite sports podcast, and why is it Sideline Warning? Well, I guess my favorite sports podcast would be 83 Weeks. If you count wrestling podcasts as sports podcasts.
It's a sport.
That would be my favorite. 83 Weeks. There you go. At Dave Adams of Sideline Warning. That you can find on all the iTunes and everything.
I don't like sports, so I don't listen to any.
You asked for it, Dave.
I listen to the Chris Vernon show. It's a Memphis show, and he covers the Grizzlies and other Memphis sports.
But go check out Dave. Dave's a good guy, and he has if you like Alabama, you'll like his podcast, Sideline Warning.
That's why I can't listen.
If you don't like Alabama, listen to 83 Weeks with Conrad Johnson and Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, they're very good at what they do. As a Tennessee fan, it is a very difficult show to listen to because of the hate we have for Alabama.
But they do a good job.
They do a really good job.
I busted in on their live stream the other day and tried to mess with them, but they didn't have it.
They even have a sponsor.
Yeah, they do. When are we getting our sponsor?
They probably know somebody. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We don't know anybody.
And then he asks, what is the meaning of life? And of course, the answer is, I am Groot. So there you go.
Not 42.
So it was like 42, yeah.
Oh, that's what I said. But Groot's language.
I am Groot.
Oh,
it was your accent that kind of.
I am Groot.
Yeah, I'm used to a different.
Yeah.
And then he says, why does WWE continue to push Brock Lesnar when he obviously is the worst? Vincent Kennedy McMahon is the only reason that Brock Lesnar gets pushed. No one likes him. No one wants him there. But he'll be there for a while.
Oh.
And he's going to face Finn Balor at the Royal Rumble next Sunday. And I would love for Finn Balor to take the crown and actually be a good champion, but they probably won't let him. Anyways, there you go, Dave. Hope those answer your questions. Answer some questions about us on your show next time.
Yeah.
And then Jared, our good pal Jared Collinger, or Collinger is like we like to call him. When is Christopher Street going to play me in Smash Brothers? Never, probably. Sorry, Jared.
Oh.
Well, I guess that's my answer.
Well, you got to hook it up first, right?
Yeah, you got to hook it up.
Well, yeah. Again, my hernia is like taking me out of the game, literally. I gotta because I unplugged it. Unplugged everything.
He can't sit on the couch and play a video game.
Well, I unplugged like that. Like I took all that. I took the the PS4 VR to see to play with you. We didn't get to play the Switch, unfortunately. We did the PS4 VR, which was fun. But yeah, everything is still untouched, just sitting around.
If only you lived with somebody else that could plug it back in for you. If only.
Yeah. Oh well.
I'll come up and plug it in for you. I'll be up there tomorrow.
Okay.
With my 2 kids.
But yeah, I need to get I need to get the online. I'm just ignoring that. I need to get I need to get the online thing for Nintendo. I don't have that. I've got the PS4 online stuff.
So Jared, he will play with you if you buy him the online.
Buy him online, yeah.
Yeah, buy me online playing. Okay.
There you go. Well, I hope you enjoyed episode 87 of I'm Geek. It wasn't what we started out to do today. It turned into, it sort of morphed and turned into something different. Spider-Man does that to you.
Whole plot, Spider-Man.
Yeah, so you guys know the whole plot of Spider-Man Far From Home. You don't have to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be interested to see if that's actually how it plays out. That would be funny.
That would be kind of funny.
I can see me now sitting in the theater, and then like everybody's like, "Oh wow!" and I'm just going to be like, "Yeah, I already knew."
Knew it already.
It was already spoiled for me.
Podcast.
One of those, huh?
Yeah. So anyway, so we'll get the Bandersnatch some point.
Maybe.
Who knows?
It's so far gone.
There's so much stuff going on. I did finally start watching Iron Fist, and I guess I'm one of the reasons it's no longer there. It took so long to watch it, but I've actually enjoyed it. So that would be my Netflix pick of the week.
Oh.
Is that a thing now that we're doing?
Yeah, we said that last week, me and you. We were probably too out of it. I said, we should like pick something from Netflix every week and say, this is my pick of the week.
I gotcha.
Go watch it. So my pick of the week is Iron Fist. Go watch Iron Fist Season 2. It's I liked it. I enjoyed it.
I don't really have a Netflix. I've been watching Hulu.
No, sorry. There's only one pick of the week, Chris.
Sorry. You don't get to say it.
Sorry. Oh, I didn't know. I don't know how this works.
No, I'm just kidding.
This is the first podcast I've been on this year, so I'm behind.
No, you can pick something. Go ahead, pick something.
No, that's okay.
I'm gonna pick Punisher 2, season 2.
But you haven't even watched it yet, so how can you recommend that?
It's gonna be great. I'm not recommending it. Well,
see, our pick of the week is we are recommending something that we watch and say this is good. Go watch this.
I watched Solo, not the movie. So that's what's funny is if you search for Solo on Netflix, there's actually 2 movies that came out this month, and one is not Han Solo. It's something else. But
I was like,
I don't remember what it was. Yeah, it's not so.
That's
so
funny.
You have to look up Solo: A Star Wars Story. So we watched that, and then we also watched the Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull.
I'm
still bad.
I'm so sorry.
But we watched it.
All right, well, I'll do a Hulu pick of the week. For those anime fans out there, if you want a good anime series to watch, I suggest Assassination Classroom. It's a fun little show. It's kind of funny. It's basically
is it like Silent Library?
Sum it up a little bit. No, sum it up a little bit. There's a creature that looks like kind of like a yellow octopus crossed with a man, who apparently like blew away half of the moon, and now he is going to teach this class where by the end of their semesters there, they have to assassinate him, otherwise he'll blow up the earth.
Oh my gosh!
He's teaching them assassination.
What were you on? I don't think this is a show. I think some kind of medication you're on.
It's an anime show on Hulu, and it's pretty funny. It's a fun show. It's a quirky premise, but it's fun.
Yeah, but
and if you want something on live TV that's quirky and goofy and dumb, I've been sucked in to The Masked Singer.
Yes,
go watch The Masked Singer. It's ridiculous.
It's so funny. I've been enjoying that too. It's been good.
Man, I'm all caught up on it. I watched the latest one today. And if you don't know the premise, celebrities in quotation marks.
Yeah, I would say B-list.
Yeah, are disguised in these like elaborate costumes, and they sing a song, and then the judges try to guess who it is. They've actually they've guessed 2 of them so far.
But you never know. I mean, there could be some actually like big time celebrities. Probably not.
Oh,
I think one of them, the Raven, the woman with the bird cage on her head.
Yeah.
I want to say that's Vicki Lawrence. I think that's who that is.
Who?
Vicki Lawrence. She was on the Carol Burnett show.
Really?
She was Mama.
I think it's her.
Yeah, she was a talk show host for a while.
Oh, was she?
She's on talk show right now, so I think it's her.
Maybe.
And she can sing. She's done like Broadway and stuff. Yeah,
Jesse Raphael.
Yeah, she did like a talk show like Sally Jesse Raphael. Yeah, she did a talk show.
I know there's at least one Kardashian in there somewhere. There's got to be.
Oh yeah, pretty sure. Or Paris Hilton.
Most of them are good singers. There's been a couple that's been like some football players, and they're like, but it's funny, and they've guessed a couple of them. But yeah, sometimes they'll guess like big name celebrities. I'm like, they're not going to be on this show.
So the show originated in like Korea.
Yeah,
sure it did.
And what's his
yeah, Ryan Reynolds actually was on an episode of that over there. So they got a bigger name star than we got, probably.
Yeah, he was promoting Deadpool, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah. That would be funny if he popped up on this one, but I don't think he
will. That'd be funny.
I had to end on this. I tried to explain the premise of Once Upon a Deadpool to 2 people last night, and it was funny. They're like, what now? I'm like, you remember The Princess Bride? And they're like, huh? What's that have to do with Deadpool? I'm like, well, let me tell you the whole story. They just looked at me like I was crazy, which I still haven't seen. I really want to see it.
I'm confused. So that's on iTunes now, but it's a whole other movie you have to buy. I don't really care for that because it's the same movie.
You can't just rent it?
You can rent it, but like if you've already bought the movie, it's the same movie.
Well, of course they're going to do that. That's just like they did with Star Wars. I've got like every version of Star Wars. It's the same movie, but it's on a different thing.
Well, yeah, but those come out like years after.
Yeah.
Like this came out like the same year.
I mean, there's some people that I know that will buy the movie and then they'll buy the steel box and then they'll buy. I'm like, same movie, a different box,
but it's in a steel box.
Yeah,
anyways,
I can't. I want to see it, but I don't want to pay for it.
I'll rent it when it comes out. I think I'll rent that one and watch it with my wife to sort of edge her into the whole Deadpool. Oh, I got Chris a big, huge Deadpool for Christmas.
Yes, it's freaking awesome.
Has he found a home yet?
He has not yet because I need to take him out of the box. I'm going to take him into work. He's going to be in my desk at work, all majestic.
Yeah. Maybe that's how you got the hernia by carrying him around. He's huge.
It could have been. He's a giant Deadpool.
You should post pictures.
It's really nice
on our IMP stuff.
I'll have to do that. Anyway, really cool.
Anyway, thank you for joining us on episode 87. Unless you guys have something else, I mean, it's time. Break forth the rhythm of the rhyme.
No.
I got mine.
I can wait until another. Wow.
I've got sweat coming out my pores.
I can wait till another episode to tell the whole plot of Captain Marvel. later, so I can do them.
Okay. Yay. Anyways. Until next week, this is I Am Geek. We'll talk at you real soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.